และพุทธศาสนิกชาวไทยและนานาชาติได้มาร่วมกันสนทนาธรรมในสถานที่สำคัญทางพุทธประวัติที่นี่คือสวนเวรุวันเนื่องจากขอแนะนำคือจากซ้ายไปขวานะคะท่านอาจารย์สุจินต์บริหารวณเขตถัดจากท่านก็คือคุณสุขินเนปาลนฤราซึ่งศึกษาพระธรรมกับท่านอาจารย์มานานแล้วก็จะช่วยแปลเป็นภาษาอังกฤษถัดจากนั้นก็คือดรเบรนดาลีสวนฮองจากแคนาดาซึ่งท่านมาบวชแล้วก็ได้ศึกษาได้ปริญญาเอกอยู่ที่มหาวิทยาลัยเดลีจากนั้นคือท่านกันทสระจากเมียนมาเป็นรูปสุดท้ายนะคะนอกจากนี้เราก็ยังมีพระภิกษุไทยลาวพม่าเวียดนามกัมพูชาศรีลังกาบังกลาเทศและอินเดียมาร่วมสนทนาในที่นี้ก็หวังว่าคงจะการสนทนาก็จะได้รับประโยชน์ตามสมควร and for English the Dhamma Study and Support Foundation Bangkok is delighted that we have the opportunity and being invited and hosted by the Ban Bun Tour Company and Smile Holiday Company invited us to organize, and they organized the Dhamma discussion today in the Venuwan, which is a sacred and historical places. I would like to introduce Ajahn Sujin Borihan Manake, the chairperson of our foundation, Dhamma Study and Support Foundation Bangkok, and Mr. Sukhin Nepal Narira, the committee's member who had been studying Buddhism under Ajahn Sujin for a long time. And further on the right is Dr. Brenda Lei Huan Suang from Canada, who received her PhD in Delhi University, and Venerable Gandasara from Myanmar, and other monks from Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and India, and other lay person from Thailand. Life is short, and I won't take too much of your time, and I would invite you to start right away. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and we will hand out the microphone to you. And if not, then ท่านอาจารย์สุจินต์ will start speaking. ถ้าผู้ใดมีคำถามนะคะยกมือได้เลยนะคะแล้วก็จะมีเจ้าหน้าที่มูลนิธินำไมโครโฟนไปส่งให้ขอบคุณค่ะท่านอาจารย์คะเชิญค่ะ
ครับ ครับก็เจริญพรนะครับกับบรรดาญาติโยมทั้งหลายนะครับแล้วก็ต้องขอออกตัวก่อนนะครับ เป็นพระไทยนะครับบวชได้แค่พรรษา3นะครับแต่ก็มีโอกาสศึกษาธรรมบ้างพอสมควรนะครับแล้วก็วัตถุประสงค์ที่บวชก็คือเป็นข้าราชการบำนาญนะครับเราทำประโยชน์ให้กับสังคมมาพอสมควรก็เลยมีพระรูปหนึ่งท่านมาบอกว่าต่อไปนี้ต้องทำประโยชน์เพื่อตนเองบ้างก็เลยได้มีโอกาสมาศึกษามาบวชนะครับแล้วพอบวชเนี่ยเราบวชอายุมากก็เลยต้องมาที่ดินแดนที่เกิดของพระพุทธศาสนานะครับพรรษาแรกอยู่ที่กุสินาราพรรษาที่2อยู่ลุมพินีพรรษานี้พรรษาที่3อยู่ที่พุทธคยานะครับก็วันนี้ก็ถือว่ามีเป็นโอกาสอันดีนะครับตั้งแต่วันที่อาจารย์มาครั้งแรกนะครับที่ต้นพระศรีมาโพธิ์แต่วันนั้นไม่มีเวลาได้ฟังอย่างเต็มเวลานะครับเมื่อวานก็มีโอกาสตามอีกนะครับก็อย่างที่เห็นนะครับก็ยังไม่มีโอกาสได้ซักถามข้อสงสัยเป็นครั้งแรกครับต้องบอกเลยว่า 1ระยะเวลาในการบวชเนี่ยแค่3พรรษาเพราะงั้นในเรื่องของธรรมะเนี่ยอาจจะรู้น้อยแต่ได้ยินชื่อเสียงของอาจารย์สุจิตมาพอสมควรแต่ไม่เคยได้รับฟังเลยครั้งนี้เป็นครั้งแรกครับที่ได้เจอและได้ฟังก็เลยมีข้อสงสัยนะครับที่อยากจะถามนะครับจากภูมิปัญญาของตัวเองก่อนนะครับคือเมื่อวานที่เข้าไปฟังเนี่ยที่มีการบอกว่าคนพาลนะครับอย่าไปคบคนพาลนะครับเพราะถ้าคบคนพาลแล้วเนี่ยเราไม่สามารถจะเจอบัณฑิตแต่นี้ในแง่ของพระพุทธศาสนานะครับนี่ถามอาจารย์นะครับในแง่ของพระพุทธศาสนาเนี่ยเราแยกคนพาลกับบัณฑิตอย่างไรเราใช้คำว่าอกุศลกรรมกับกุศลกรรมใช่ไหมนะครับนี่คือข้อแรกนะครับอย่าเพิ่งนั่นนะครับเพราะผมมีความรู้น้อยข้อที่สองก็คือพระเจ้าบอกว่าเรากล่าวซึ่งเจตนาว่าเป็นกรรมเพราะนั้นเนี่ยการกระทำกรรมนะก็คือการกระทำซึ่งกายวาจาใจเนี่ยเพราะนั้นการกระทำทั้ง3อย่างเนี่ยต้องมีเจตนาใช่ไหมซึ่งในแง่กฎหมายผมเป็นนักกฎหมายนะครับในแง่กฎหมายก็บอกว่าทำโดยเจตนาต้องรับผิดตามโทษนั้นแม้ไม่เจตนาหรือความประมาทก็ยังเป็นความผิดเพราะฉะนั้นในแง่ของศาสนาเนี่ยนะครับในบอกว่าต้องเจตนาอย่างเดียวเหรอถ้าไม่เจตนาหรือประมาทเนี่ยไม่เป็นความผิดเลยไม่เป็นกรรมเลยนะครับก็เบื้องต้นคงเท่านี้ก่อนครับขอบคุณครับ
Bhante ji, he introduced himself as a newly ordained monk for just 3 years, and he's from Thailand. And his friend, he used to be a civil servant, and his friend suggested that it's time, he's grown old, after his retirement, he should start doing something for himself since he was working for other people. So he decided to ordain, and since he was of age, he thought it best to come to the land where the Buddha lived, was born, enlightened, and passed away to live the life of a bhikkhu. And had they been opportunity to study, and he has been studying a lot. And yesterday he went to attend the talk at Gaya in the hotel where we were staying, and he heard our conversation about association with the fool, how that is not a good thing, and how it's best to avoid association with the fool. And he was wondering whether what it means to differentiate between the fool and the wise. Is it a matter of kusala and akusala? And he had another question about kamma. Since according to the Buddha, according to the truth, kamma is chetana. And since he was working as I think a law enforcement person, he, according to his life, in his daily life, in his experience, a person who does wrong is punished in accordance to the chetana. So, but both are punished, whether you kill intentionally, for example, you're punished, and even if you cause death to someone, you're still punished and put in prison. So he was wondering that according to the Buddha's teachings, Chetana is this deciding factor of whether what is right and wrong. So he wants to clarify what the Buddha says about, for example, the case where someone kills without intending. So he wants to understand that.
ทุกคนมาที่นี่เพื่อจะระลึกถึงพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า ด้วยความเคารพสูงสุด
We are all here to pay respect to the Buddha, with highest respect to the Buddha,
การบูชาการเคารพสูงสุดคือฟังคำของพระองค์ เพื่อรู้จักว่าพระองค์เป็นพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า
and the highest respect is to listen to his words so as to understand, to know who he was,
พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงเป็นใคร เราเป็นใคร เพราะฉะนั้นทุกคำของพระองค์ลึกซึ้งอย่างยิ่ง
who he was and who are we. So his words must be very deep and very subtle.
ค่ะ ปุถุชนะ คนที่หนาด้วยกิเลส
Putujana, the one who is full and thick with defilements.
ใครเป็นปุถุชนะ หรือปุถุชนในภาษาไทย ที่เราพูดบ่อยๆนะคะ ปุถุชน
Who is a Putujana? We hear that word a lot, we use a lot, but who is a Putujana?
ถ้าไม่ได้ฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าจะเป็นคนหนาด้วยกิเลสมากแค่ไหน
If we do not listen to the Buddha's teachings, how thick we would be, how much kilesas we would be having.
เพราะฉะนั้นปุถุชนคนที่หนาด้วยกิเลสมีสองประเภท
So there are two kinds of Putujana.
ค่ะภาละปุถุชน คนที่ไม่ได้ยินไม่ได้ฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเลย
Bala Putujana is the one who has never heard the Buddha's teachings,
ไม่สามารถที่จะเข้าใจสิ่งที่มีทุกขณะในชีวิตได้
who is totally unable to understand anything in life that is real.
แต่ผู้ที่มีโอกาสได้ฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า
But the one who has had the chance to listen to his words, the Buddha's words,
เห็นโทษของความไม่รู้
has come to understand the danger of ignorance.
เมื่อมีผู้ที่ตรัสรู้ที่สามารถจะทำให้ความไม่รู้ค่อยๆลดน้อยลง
Since there was once an individual who can help us to reduce this ignorance little by little,
ฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเห็นความลึกซึ้งอย่างยิ่งของธรรมะ
listening to the Buddha's words, we come to understand how deep the Dhamma is gradually.
คือสิ่งที่มีจริงเดี๋ยวนี้
Dhamma is what is real now.
ใครรู้ใครเคยฟังใครเข้าใจบ้าง
Who knows, who has heard, and who understands?
เพราะฉะนั้นผู้ที่มีโอกาสได้ฟังได้เข้าใจสิ่งที่มีจริงเดี๋ยวนี้เป็นกัลยาณปุถุชน
So the one who has had the chance to listen and understand the Buddha's teachings is the Kalyana Putujana.
ตอนต้นพระคุณเจ้าถามถึงพาน
In the beginning, Bhante asked about Bhala individual.
ไม่ได้อยู่ที่อื่นเลยค่ะเดี๋ยวนี้
Bhala is not far, it's now here.
เมื่อฟังพระธรรมค่อยๆเข้าใจขึ้น ก็เป็นกัลยาณปุถุชนที่เริ่มเข้าใจจึงเป็นปุถุชนที่ต่างกับคนที่เป็นภาละปุถุชน
When we start to listen to Dhamma and our understanding slowly develops, we begin to change to become the Kalyana Putujana when understanding of the truth
กิเลส
starts.
ที่หนามากจะค่อยๆลดลงได้จนกระทั่งรู้แจ้งอริยสัจจึงพ้นจากความเป็นปุถุชน
And the kilesas slowly lessen until the knowledge reaches the level of knowing the Four Noble Truths.
เพราะฉะนั้นทุกคำที่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตรัสแล้วณที่นี้เป็นสิ่งที่ลึกซึ้งอย่างยิ่ง เริ่มเข้าใจเริ่มเห็นประโยชน์ เริ่มรู้หนทางที่จะค่อยๆละคลายกิเลส จนถึงความเป็นพระโสดาบันนั่นคือบุคคลที่จากภาละปุถุชนเป็นกัลยาณปุถุชนจนกว่าจะเป็นผู้ที่เป็นสังฆรัตนะ
So starting from listening to his teachings, slowly developing our understanding little by little,
ฟัง
and
ธรรมะ
until the wisdom grows more and more, we become Kalyana Mitta, and finally become the wise person who understands the Four Noble Truths.
ฟังธรรมะเพื่อประโยชน์คือรู้จักตัวเอง
When we listen to Dhamma and know the value, understand what is being heard, then we understand ourselves.
จะรู้ได้ยังไงว่าขณะนี้ความไม่รู้มากแค่ไหน
How else can we know how much ignorance we have?
เพราะฉะนั้นผู้ที่ได้ฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเริ่มจะเป็นกัลยาณปุถุชน
So this knowledge is the beginning of becoming a Kalyana Putujana.
นี่คือความต่างกันของภาละและบัณฑิต
This is the difference between Bala and the wise person.
ไม่ทราบเป็นคำตอบพอหรือยังสำหรับคำถามของพระคุณเจ้าเรื่องผ่านจะ
ฮัลโหลครับก็โอเคครับก็เข้าใจได้ดีขึ้นนะครับก็คือในความเข้าใจแรกก็คืออย่างที่ถามแต่วันนี้ก็คือหมายความว่าก็คือคนเราทุกคนเนี่ยเป็นภาระปุถุชนอยู่แต่เมื่อได้ฟังคำของพระเจ้าแล้วเนี่ยเราสามารถพัฒนานะครับและเข้าใจในหลักธรรมคำสอนพระพุทธองค์บุคคลคนนั้นก็สามารถพัฒนาเป็นกัลยาปุถุชนได้อันนี้ผมรู้แล้วเข้าใจแล้วครับขอบคุณครับอาจารย์ครับ
แต่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าไม่ได้ตรัสว่าเราหรือเขาหรือใครแต่ทั้งหมดเป็นธรรมะเพราะเป็นสิ่งที่มีจริงซึ่งเป็นอนัตตา
And it is not someone, not we, not someone else who is Bala Putujana or Kalyana Putujana, because in truth, it's only different dhammas that exist. No one, no person, no object.
ถ้าฟังธรรมะแล้วคิดว่าเป็นเราตลอดไปนั่นคือไม่รู้จักธรรมะไม่รู้จักพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า
If we listen to or study the Dhamma and continue to think that there is a self, then that is not the study of Dhamma.
เพราะฉะนั้นไม่มีวิธีอื่นหรือว่าวิธีของใครอื่นที่จะทำให้ความไม่รู้น้อยลงเป็นพานน้อยลงนอกจากความเข้าใจซึ่งไม่ใช่เราแต่เมื่อฟังแล้วไตร่ตรองก็มีความเข้าใจถูกต้องเท่านั้นที่จะทำให้ค่อยๆ คลายความไม่รู้และยึดถือว่าเป็นเรา
So no other teacher, no other teaching leads to this understanding that there is no self, and to reduce the path to reduce the idea of self. It is only when the understanding arises can there be the understanding of no self.
ทุกคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้ากำลังมีทุกขณะแต่ไม่รู้ว่าเป็นธรรมะ
Every word by the Buddha is here. He refers to the truth that is here and now for everybody, but no one knows.
คำว่าธรรมะมาจากใครถ้าพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าไม่ทรงตรัสรู้จะไม่มีคำนี้
So Dhamma, the word Dhamma, what it means, where did this originate from, where did it come from? If the Buddha did not teach this, did not use this word, did not teach about this, no one can know.
ทุกอย่างที่มีจริงทั้งหมดไม่เว้นเลยคำว่าธรรมะในภาษาบาลีก็คือสิ่งที่มีจริงเพราะฉะนั้นทุกอย่างที่กำลังมีจริงเดี๋ยวนี้เป็นธรรมะแต่ละหนึ่ง
Everything that is real, from birth to death, everything that is true, that is real, is what Dhamma is.
ถ้าไม่เริ่มรู้จักธรรมะด้วยความมั่นคงจะไม่รู้จักพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า
If this understanding does not grow to become firm, then we can never understand who the Buddha was.
45 พรรษาที่พระองค์ทรงแสดงธรรมแสดงความจริงของสิ่งที่มีจริงซึ่งเป็นธรรมะทั้งหมด
For 45 years that he taught about this, what is real, and what is real for everyone, for now, that is real now. For us, for those who are listening and hearing, so that we can also understand
เพ
what
ราะฉะ
he
นั้น
understood.
เราจะสนทนาธรรมะคือสิ่งที่มีจริงที่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงตรัสรู้เพื่อรู้ว่าขณะนี้เป็นธรรมะทั้งหมด
So we are going to discuss, talk, and try to understand Dhamma. Dhamma as in what is real, so that our understanding of the truth and of his teachings can grow.
ถ้าไม่เข้าใจว่าสิ่งที่กำลังมีขณะนี้เป็นธรรมะจะไม่ได้ศึกษาธรรมะจะไม่รู้จักธรรมะจะไม่เข้าใจธรรมะ
If there is no understanding that what is real now is Dhamma, then whatever we read is not going to be useful. There will not be any growth in understanding. There is no understanding about what is true.
ไม่ทราบพระคุณเจ้ามีคำถามเพิ่มเติมหรือว่ามีคำถามอื่นเจ้าค่ะ
ขออีกนิดนึงครับคำถามเรื่องเจตนาเนี่ยครับของการกระทำนะครับ
เจตนาเป็นภาษาบาลี ภาษาไทยหมายความถึงความจงใจ ความตั้งใจ ใครจะรู้ว่าเกิดทุกขณะเดี๋ยวนี้ก็มีเจตนา
Now we are going to discuss about Chetana, which Bhante asked. So Achan says Chetana is a Pali word which means intention to do, the will to do.
เพราะฉะนั้นเจตนาเป็นธรรมะแน่นอนแต่เป็นธรรมะอะไร
So this will to do is real. It's a Dhamma. Therefore it's a Dhamma. But which Dhamma?
เพราะธรรมะหลากหลายมาก ถ้าไม่เกิดไม่มี
Because there are many, many kinds of Dhamma, and each one must arise. If not, then it cannot exist. It does not exist.
ธรรมะมีมากมาย แต่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าก็ตรัสให้เริ่มเข้าใจถูกต้องว่าธรรมะต่างกันเป็นสองประเภท
There are many, many Dhammas in life, but the Buddha taught us so that we can understand that in truth, of all these Dhammas, we can divide into two main groups.
ธรรมะประเภทหนึ่งเกิดขึ้นรู้สิ่งหนึ่งสิ่งใด
One is the Dhamma which, when arises, experiences something.
ถ้าสภาพรู้ไม่เกิดขึ้นรู้ไม่มีใครสามารถจะรู้ได้ว่าสิ่งที่ปรากฏเดี๋ยวนี้ แต่ละหนึ่งต่างกัน
If this Dhamma did not arise to experience its object, we cannot know that what is now is different from another.
ค่ะฟังแค่นี้หมดความสงสัยหรือยังคะในธรรมะที่ต่างกันเป็นสองอย่างคืออย่างหนึ่งเป็นสภาพรู้เกิดขึ้นต้องรู้ภาษาบาลีใช้คำว่านามดัมมา
So two kinds of Dhamma. One is the one which arises and must know something, must experience something. This is Nama Dhamma. Just listening how much we have heard today, is this enough to understand what life is?
สภาพธรรมะอีกอย่างหนึ่งเกิดขึ้นมีจริงๆแต่รู้อะไรไม่ได้เลย
Dhamma is there too. The other is the Dhamma which is real, which arises and fall away. But this Dhamma does not experience anything.
ธรรมะใดที่เกิดขึ้นรู้จะไม่รู้สิ่งหนึ่งสิ่งใดไม่ได้
The Dhamma which experiences something, if it arises, it cannot be that it does not experience something or the other.
ธรรมะที่เป็นสภาพรู้เกิดขึ้นรู้ไม่มีรูปร่างไม่มีสีไม่มีกลิ่นใดๆทั้งสิ้น
This Dhamma which arises to experience something does not have any shape and form, no color, no taste, no smell.
และสภาพธรรมะที่เกิดรู้ ที่เกิดขึ้นต่างกับสภาพรู้ก็คือสิ่งนั้นมีจริงแต่รู้อะไรไม่ได้
The other kind of Dhamma, which is also real and is known by the first Dhamma, arises, but it cannot experience anything.
แข็งรู้อะไรไม่ได้แต่มีจริงเสียงรู้อะไรไม่ได้แต่มีจริงสิ่งที่มีจริงมีจริงเป็นธรรมะแต่ต้องเป็นธรรมะหนึ่งในสองอย่างนี้
Hardness rises and is real. Sound arises and is real. What arises and is real is Dhamma, and it must be one of these two kind of Dhammas.
ได้ฟังครั้งแรกมีความเข้าใจนิดหน่อยแต่จะต้องรู้ความจริงของสิ่งที่มีจริงซึ่งเป็นธาตุรู้นามธรรมหรือรูปธรรมถึงที่สุดจนเป็นอนัตตาไม่ใช่เรา
In the beginning, after hearing the Dhamma, we begin to understand little by little, but the understanding has to grow at least confident enough to distinguish between these two Dhammas.
พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงตรัสรู้ความจริงของสิ่งที่มีจริง
The Buddha enlightened to the truth of what is real,
พระองค์ทรงแสดงความจริงของทุกอย่าง
and he taught about the nature of all kinds of reality.
ถ้าฟังคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเริ่มรู้จักธรรมะและรู้ว่าธรรมะเป็นอนัตตา
If we listen to his words and begin to understand, we will understand that all these dhammas, all that which is real, is anatta.
คำว่าอนัตตาหมายความว่าไม่ใช่อัตตา
Anatta means not self.
เพราะฉะนั้นไม่ว่าจะเป็นสิ่งหนึ่งสิ่งใดที่เป็นธรรมะต้องเป็นธรรมะที่เป็นธาตุรู้หรือไม่ใช่ธาตุรู้
So everything that is real and therefore a dhamma must be a reality which either experiences something or the reality which does not experience anything.
ได้ยินคำว่าเจตนา เจตนามีจริงไหมครับ
We hear the word chetana from the Buddha's teachings. Is this real?
เจตนาก็คือการตั้งใจอย่างที่อาจารย์พูดนะครับก็
ขอ
คือ
ป
หมา
ระ
ยควา
ทาม นโทษเจ้าค่ะเรากำลังศึกษาสภาพธรรมะที่มีจริงคือศึกษาธรรมะเพราะฉะนั้นเจตนามีจริงไหมเจ้าค่ะยังไม่ว่าเจตนาเป็นอะไร
Chetana mi jing. Is chetana real?
ถ้าเกิดจากการกระทำเนี่ยก็ต้อง
นี่เป็น
มีจริง
ความคิดของทุกคนที่สามารถจะคิดเองได้ แต่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตรัสรู้ความจริงของสิ่งที่มีจริง เพราะฉะนั้นก่อนอื่นเมื่อใช้คำว่าเจตนามีจริงหรือเปล่า
ก็ต้องมีจริงครับ
เพราะฉะนั้นเจตนาเป็นธรรมะ เพราะมีจริง
ครับ
ๆ แล้วก็เจตนาไม่ใช่คนไม่ใช่นก ไม่ใช่เทวดา แต่เป็นสภาพธรรมะ ใช้คำว่าธรรมะมีจริง
ครับ
เพราะฉะนั้นทั้งหมดที่เคยเป็นสิ่งหนึ่งสิ่งใด พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงตรัสรู้ว่าเป็นสิ่งที่มีจริงทีละเล็กทีละน้อยจนสามารถจะรู้ได้ว่าเป็นอนัตตา
ทีนี้ในความเข้าใจของผมก็คืออย่างที่อาจารย์พูดเมื่อสักครู่บอกว่า คือการกระทำเนี่ยก็คือหมายความว่า
ยังไม่ได้พูดถึงการกระทำเลยเจ้าค่ะ
ที่
แดน
เกิด
เพียงแต่บอกว่าเจตนามีจริงไหมเพื่อที่จะรู้ให้มั่นคงว่าเป็นธรรมะไหมเพราะเราศึกษาธรรมะ
ครับ
ก่อนอื่น
ที่บอ
ต้
ก
อง
การ
รู้ว่าธร
เกิด
รมะ
ขึ้น
คืออะ
เนี่
ไร
ยเกิดขึ้นเพราะรู้
ยังเจ้าค่ะยังไม่ได้พูดถึงเกิดไม่เกิดรู้หรือไม่รู้เลย เพียงแต่ว่าเมื่อพูดถึงเจตนาเจตนามีจริงหรือเปล่า ถ้าไม่มีไม่ใช่ธรรมะ เพราะฉะนั้น
มี
เจ
ครับ
มีจริงเป็นธรรมะแน่นอน
ครับ
หมายความว่าไม่ใช่ใครทั้งสิ้น แต่เป็นธรรมะที่เกิดขึ้นเป็นเจตนา
Ajahn asks whether chetana is a reality. In truth, a reality exists in truth. And the answer is it exists. So means it's a Dhamma. If it's real, means it's a Dhamma. And this is what we have to understand first. Not otherwise we are lost in our own thinking about what it is and have all sorts of explanations and descriptions. But first we have to understand that it is a reality.
เพราะฉะนั้นเมื่อเจตนามีจริงเจตนาเป็นธรรมะแน่นอนทุกครั้งที่ใช้คำว่าธรรมะหมายความว่ามีจริงแต่เป็นอนัตตา
So if it is real, then it is Dhamma. And as the Buddha taught, what is real, what is Dhamma, is anatta. So Chetana being a real is Dhamma, is therefore anatta, not self.
เพราะฉะนั้นเจตนาเป็นธรรมะประเภทไหนเจ้าค่ะมีสองอย่างนามธรรมกับรูปธรรม
นามธรรม
เป็นนามธรรมเพราะฉะนั้นเห็นมีจริงไหมเจ้าค่ะกำลังเห็น
มีจริง
เป็นธรรมะหรือเปล่า
เป็นครับ
เป็นธรรมะประเภทไหน
เป็นธรรมนามธรรม
เป็นเจตนาหรือเปล่า
เป็น
เห็นเป็นเจตนาหรือเปล่า
เป็นครับ
ไม่ใช่เจ้าค่ะนี่คือความละเอียดลึกซึ้ง
So if Chetana is a Dhamma, is real, therefore it is a Dhamma. Which kind of Dhamma? Is it, as we talked earlier, there are two kinds of Dhamma. One that experiences something and the other does not experience anything. Bhante rightly answered that it is a Nama Dhamma. Then Achan asked, what about seeing? Is that a reality? It is. What kind of reality? Nama Dhamma. Is seeing Chetana? Achan asked. Bhante answer was that it is. And Achan said it's not correct. So we have to listen carefully and try to understand the truth.
เพราะฉะนั้นธรรมะไม่ใช่สิ่งที่ใครๆก็คิดเองแล้วก็ตอบสนทนากันแต่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตรัสว่าอย่างไรการเคารพสูงสุดในพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าคือฟังทุกคำของพระองค์ด้วยความเคารพต้องไตร่ตรองจนกระทั่งรู้ว่าความจริงของธรรมะแต่ละหนึ่งเปลี่ยนแปลงไม่ได้
So we can see that we hear Dhamma and our usual habit is that we hear little and think ourselves, come to our own conclusion. But that is the way to go wrong. So we have to listen to his words and try to understand correctly, not speculate, not to think on our own what it means, and otherwise we will go wrong. So we have to keep listening and carefully each word to understand what it is.
พระคุณเจ้ามีข้อสงสัยไหมเจ้าค่ะ
คือสิ่งที่ผมต้องการทราบก็คือเมื่อเกิดการกระทำเนี่ยผลของการกระทำเนี่ยถ้าไม่มีเจตนาแสดงว่าไม่มีผลไม่มีวิบากใช่ไหมส่วนที่ไม่เจตนาเนี่ยคือเจตนาเนี่ยมีวิบากแต่ถ้าไม่เจตนาเนี่ยแสดงว่าไม่มีวิบากใช่ไหมเราไม่ต้องรับผลใช่ไหมนี่คือสิ่งที่คือพระเนี่ยมีโอกาสศึกษาในเรื่องของธรรมะนี่น้อยมากเพราะนั้นเนี่ยก็เลยอยากจะเอาพื้นฐานก่อนว่าโอเคถ้าการกระทำของเราเกิดขึ้นเนี่ยอันใดเป็นผลของการที่เราต้องรับวิบากอันใดเป็นการกระทำที่เราไม่ต้องรับวิบากอันนี้ครับที่วัตถุประสงค์ของพระที่ถามวันนี้ก็คือเหล่านี้แต่ในเรื่องของเนื้อหาธรรมะที่แท้จริงเนี่ยต้องบอกอาจารย์ก่อนว่าวันนี้3 พรรษาเนี่ยโอกาสที่ศึกษาบาลีหรือพระไตรปิฎกเนี่ยเกือบจะไม่มีเลยเพราะงั้นเนี่ยก็เอาแค่พื้นฐานเนี่ยว่าวิธีปฏิบัติของพระเนี่ยถ้าอยู่ในเพศเนี้ยอย่างที่อาจารย์บอกเราอยู่ข้างนอกเนี่ยโอกาสศึกษาธรรมะน้อยมากเพราะงั้นเนี่ยพอเราเข้ามาอยู่ในเพศเนี้ยเรามีเวลาว่างมากขึ้นเลยมาศึกษาแต่เนี้ยก็เลยอยากจะได้พื้นฐานก่อนว่าการกระทำใดที่กระทำแล้วมีผลในการที่จะส่งวิบากในชาติต่อไปส่วนการกระทำใดที่ ทำแล้วไม่มีผลยกตัวอย่างง่ายๆเช่นว่าเราเดินไปเนี่ยแล้วเหยียบมดตายเนี่ยโอเคอันเนี้ยเราไม่ได้มีเจตนาเนี่ยแล้วเราเหยียบมดตายเนี่ยอันเนี้ยเป็นวิบากหรือไม่กับการที่เราตั้งใจทำให้เขาตายเนี่ยโอเคมันต้องรับผลแน่นอนมีวิบากแน่นอนเนี่ยตรงนี้ครับที่พระต้องการทราบว่าโอเคทำโดยเจตนารับผลถ้าไม่เจตนาเนี่ยเราจะต้องรับวิบากไหมครับเนี่ยคือแค่ตรงนี้ครับส่วนในเนื้อหาธรรมะที่ลึกกว่านี้ต้องขอโทษอาจารย์จริงว่ายังไม่มีโอกาสศึกษาครับบางครั้งก็เลยยังตอบอาจารย์ไม่ค่อยไม่ค่อยได้ครับครับก็ขอขอบคุณไว้ก่อนครับ
ค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นวิบากคืออะไรการกระทำคืออะไรถ้าใครจะตอบเขาก็ตอบตามที่เขาคิดแต่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตรัสให้เข้าใจความจริงเดี๋ยวนี้มีเจตนาไหมเดี๋ยวนี้มีการกระทำไหมขณะนี้เป็นวิบากเป็นผลหรือไม่ใช่ผลคือไม่ใช่เป็นคำแต่ว่าเป็นความเข้าใจธรรมะเดี๋ยวนี้แต่ละหนึ่งจึงจะรู้ว่ากำลังศึกษาธรรมะเป็นคำของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าถ้าไม่ศึกษาธรรมะไม่สามารถที่จะรู้จักพระพุทธเจ้าได้เลยค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นใครตอบก็ไม่ใช่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเพราะพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าให้เข้าใจสิ่งที่มีจริงซึ่งเป็นธรรมะเพราะฉะนั้นความเข้าใจความเป็นธรรมะต้องมั่นคง
So Ajahn further adds that in the spirit of what we were discussing, that that shows that if we do not study the Dhamma properly, carefully, with full respect, then we are bound to have our own ideas. And if we have our own ideas, we will go accordingly to those ideas. And when we ask questions, we will ask according to our ignorance and not knowing. So our duty is to study and pay full respect. We say we are Buddhists, we say we are followers of the Buddha's teachings. And if we do not study his teachings with respect, then we do not mean what we say.
เพราะฉะนั้นเราจะศึกษาธรรมะเพราะเป็นคำที่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตรัสเมื่อได้ตรัสรู้แล้วว่าทุกอย่างที่มีจริงใช้คำว่าธรรมะไม่ว่าอะไรทั้งหมดแต่ต้องค่อยๆรู้ว่าเป็นธรรมะอะไรจึงจะเป็นอนัตตาไม่ใช่คนนั้นทำแล้วจะเกิดผลอะไร
So Dhamma study is the study of Dhamma, what is real. And this is what we're here to study. We're here to study about the realities of our life. And this is the only way to understand all the questions that we have. If, for example, we do not understand Chetana, then how can we know the difference? What we know what Chetana is, the questions we are asking about it. We have to know the nature of Chetana, and we have to know the nature of other realities to know what is Chetana, what is not Chetana.
เพราะฉะนั้นต้องรอบคอบต้องละเอียดต้องลึกซึ้งต้องมั่นคงเดี๋ยวนี้มีใครหรือว่ามีแต่ธรรมะ
So we have to be very careful, very circumspect, and very precise and truthful to the truth. So the question is there anyone now, or is there only a Dhamma?
I have a question to ask you, ma'am. Since that we're on the topic about the Chetana, and then our mind moves so fast. And then how do, as you said, that Chetana is very important. Then how we cultivate our Chetana? How we control, not necessarily control, but how we cultivate, transform this kind of Chetana from akushala to akushala.
ท่านถามว่าในเมื่อเราสนทนาเรื่องเจตนาอยู่ก็มีคำถามว่าเจตนานี้คือจิตเกิดดับเร็วมากเปลี่ยนแปลงเร็วมากแล้วก็บังคับบัญชาไม่ได้และทำยังไงที่เราเจตนาที่ไม่ดีที่เกิดกับอกุศลจะเปลี่ยนเป็นกุศลซึ่งทุกอย่างเกิดดับเร็วมาก
จะบังคับเจตนาหรือเปล่า
Would you like, are you trying to control Chetana?
No, my question is not necessary control, but then how can we transform the Chetana?
That sounds like wanting to control things, not have one Dhamma arise and have another Dhamma arise.
No. Transforming is different from controlling. Controlling that you try to suppressing it. Transforming does mean you sati with it, you aware of it, and then you just bring to your awareness, and then you want to transform it. So that's what is a transforming. Transform that not necessary you get rid of it or stay away, but try to stay away from it. Transform that means you aware, and then you recognize it, and then you transform it.
อะไรเป็นธรรมะ
In what you just said, what is Dhamma? What is real? No, in all that you said, we talk, then we understand, as Achan said, that everything in life is, in reality, there are only different Dhammas. So we talk about life, we talk about situations, but in truth, there are only different Dhammas. No situations, no beings, nothing. So in what you said, what is Dhamma? Is Chetana a Dhamma? Anything else? Chetana pen Dhamma.
เกิดไหม
Does it arise?
เกิดแล้วดับไหม
When it arises, does it fall away?
เร็วไหม
Fast? Very fast.
แล้วจะทำอะไรกับเจตนา
So what can we do about it?
Again, please, what's your question?
Can you ask again?
I say that yes, it's a Dhamma, it's arising. And then if it is a Dhamma, then how do we transforming it? It's a Dhamma, yes. This is really fast, it's really fast. And then how we cultivating it.
เห็นด้วยว่าเป็นธรรมะและรู้ว่าเกิดดับเร็วมาก แต่ก็ยังก็ถึงสงสัยว่าจะเปลี่ยนยังไงในเมื่อมันเกิดและดับอยู่ตลอดเวลา
เกิดแล้วดับแล้วเปลี่ยนได้ไหม
When it has arisen and fallen away, can you change it? No.
No,
No one can at all.
no. No one change it. You cannot change it.
That's why beginning to understand what is meant by anatta.
Okay.
Is this not the beginning? When we understand that nobody can control, this is the understanding that all Dhamma are anatta.
But
Not
for
so.
the people that even though that is come so fast, the moment that you realizing it, anatta, selflessness, then it's already top up so many layer of jatana already. And how can we recognize that kind of different layer and layer and layer of jatana when it comes so fast for a progressive training type of person?
Is there only Chetana? Is there only Chetana at a time?
Yes.
What
No.
about
No, Achan's question is that any given moment, is there only Chetana?
Yes, that's I only ask for jatana.
No, is there in truth only Chetana at any given moment? The situation you were talking about Chetana, but is there anything else at that time? Does Chetana arise by itself?
Of course, Chetana doesn't arise by itself.
So
the
there must
Chetana
be,
arising with the,
yes,
Vedana, Sanya,
yes, yes. So there
Ekagata,
are,
all those ones. Yes,
so
of
there are
course.
many dhammas at that time.
Yes, so
ครับท่านอาจารย์เวลาเจตนาเกิดมีธรรมะอื่นเกิดด้วยพร้อมกัน
What are that? What are they which arise with Chetana?
What are the realities that arise with Chetana? What are the different dhammas which you just referred to, the sanya, etc.? What in how many you can? It doesn't matter if you name how many, but just some idea that Chetana does not arise alone, cannot arise by itself. It must arise together with other dhammas, such as what?
you descend with the thought, the Sanya, the Ekagata, the, Sankara sometime. But then if it's purely Chetana, then with the Vitaka, with the thought, like that.
ครับก็เกิดกับสัญญากับสังขารเกิดกับวิตกะก็แล้วแต่เจตนาตรงครับ so we will let you talk directly withท่านอาจารย์ in English so because I translate in Thai it becomes an interruption so okay
Is Chetana a reality? What kind of reality? When we talk just by way of Nama and Rupa-Dhamma, what is Chetana? What kind of reality?
It's the Dhamma, as you said.
Yes, but there are different kinds, two main different realities. One arises and experiences the object, and the other arises but cannot experience any object at all. So what kind of Chetana is Dhamma? What
It's
kind
the
of
Dhamma that you arise, you experience the object.
Is there only Chetana which arise and experience the object?
No, it cannot be Chetana by itself, can be
So
experienced.
what is the differences between Chetana and the other Nama Dhamma?
It depends on what.
Okay.
If it is Sanya, then Sanya is like perception and labeling.
Yeah. In order to understand Dhamma, shall we talk about just one Dhamma at a time? Otherwise, there cannot be precise understanding of any Dhamma at all. Just one at a time.
So that's what I asked you about the
Okay,
Sanya.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So
I asked you about the Chetana.
so you just said about Sanya, right?
Sanya. No, I'm talking about Chetana.
now we can talk about sanya since you brought it up a little bit
Okay, sure.
Okay. Vedana, Adama, right?
Yeah.
What is the differences between Chetana and Vedana?
and Vedana is another dhamma what is the difference between Vedana
Here
and
you go.
Yes, to my understanding, that now we are discussing about Jirana. Jirana is actually regarding with the two main things, kusala and akusala. So why we are saying Jirana? It is volition, intention, because if our Jirana volition have strong, our the effect on wholesome and unwholesome, the effort or done will be also very enormous. It will enormous strong. For example, if I offer the monks to the monks the food, monks come to my in front of my house, but I have no Jirana. Go to due to the coming of the monks I offer, I have no Jirana. Just offer that way our marriage were not much beneficial because less Jirana. No? But if we have strong Jirana, now Max is really come for arms in front of our house. So my desire is very strong. I really want to donate that Max. I really respect that Max. So I offer with strong Jirana. My marriage also very beneficial. In Akusala also like this. If we kill, the animal with less Jirana, Akusala also not much, not much effort, light effort, let's say, but strong effort with intentionally, with on purpose, we care if we care, the effort also very much effort on us like this. So in this way, we are discussing Jirana. In this way, like the say Asri Ajriya, how to go, I don't know. Like his acts, Jirana and Vedana totally different. Vedana is feeling. Jirana is Jirana is what every day we add 3 action: bodily action, verbal action, mental action. With this 3 action, Jirana follow. When we touch like this with Jirana, I have Jirana. When we speak, now I'm speaking, sharing knowledge with strong Jirana. I have I will get much merit because I have really strong Jirana to you like this. Mentally also, I have strong intention to share knowledge. So in this way, this is Jirana. Vedana is when I can feel painful feeling, pleasant feeling, neither pleasant nor painful feeling. This is Vedana. In this way, I differentiate between Jirana and Vedana. This is my understanding.
Basically, he said that Vedana and Sanya is not part of the Sankhara. So Chetana is part of the Sankhara. So Vedana and Sanya is just acting by itself. So that's what he means. Thank you, ma'am.
How many dhammas are there?
How many Dhamma are there? Are they aware?
No.
In truth, how many Dhamma?
How many terms?
How
So
many?
we've been discussing Vedana, Sanya, and Chetana. So 3.
So
And then Sankhara, the 4.
one word at a time, right?
Yeah, but then you say that how many Dhamma there? All of them are the Dhamma, no?
Okay.
The Sankhara
And
is also
then
Dhamma.
what shall we talk about? Sankhara, Dhamma, or what? Or
No,
Chetana?
I still go back to Chetana.
Okay. Is Chetana Sankhara Dhamma?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it your Chetana or is conditioned to arise, performs its function, and then gone instantly?
Is it anyone? Is it yours? Or is it just a Dhamma which is conditioned to arise and fall away immediately?
Yeah, it's the Dhamma, then it's rise and it's fall. It's under condition. Under condition, yes.
There is someone, or there are 5 khandas.
What is the truth? There are people, there's you and I exist, or in truth, there are 5 khandas.
For the reality at the conventional level, there is I, there is you, there is ma'am, there is monk, there is none. At the ultimate level, there is Panchakhanda only.
So in truth, there is 5 khandas.
At the ultimate truth. I don't know what truth you want to ask. Ultimate truth or conventional truth?
Truth as taught by the Buddha when he says Satya, the 4 noble truths. The 4 noble truth is about ultimate reality, right?
Okay, at the ultimate reality, that is a Panchakhanda, 5 aggregates.
What is khanda?
It's aggregate. It's a sum up, combining.
What arises and falls away?
Yes, it's a rising and fall.
So what are there? How many khandas?
That's 5.
Okay, the first khanda, what is it?
Rupa.
Rupa
Rupa
khanda.
khanda.
What does it mean? Rupa khanda.
Rupa mean the 4 rupa. That is the body, but then at the ultimate level there are 4 ultimate rupa.
Are there only the 4 primary rupas?
Yeah, primary.
What about the eye sense, eye base, nose base, and tongue base? The eye, the ear,
I
is
think
it?
the 4 you are referring to is not the ultimate, but the primary rupa. Are there more rupas than just these 4?
Well, from these 4, you're going to go down, then it's going to keep rising up the other 28 rupa.
Okay.
Did Buddha say that rupa is someone?
Pardon me?
Did Buddha say rupa is someone or something?
Rupa is something.
Did the Buddha say that rupa is self or something,
No,
atta, or no?
no, rupa is not self.
Or dhammas are anatta. Is this the words of the Buddha?
Yes.
Okay. So khanda, rupa khanda is also anatta because all dhammas
Yes.
and the 5 khandas,
Yes.
no matter what,
Vedana, sanya,
no
sankhara,
one.
vijnana.
When we
It's
talk
not,
about khanda, it's not anyone at all.
Mm.
So is there now I see or seeing sees?
So what is the truth? I see or seeing sees? What is the truth? I hear or hearing hears?
Hearing here. Okay.
Is hearing cetana?
Yes. Hearing is not cetana.
Seeing
is
is
not
not
cetana.
cetana, right? That's why we learn to understand the nature, the reality, not the word. Because seeing, what is it? It sees now. And we remember the term khanda. What khanda is seeing?
The thing is, if we go momentarily, every moment there is a cetana.
There are 5 khandas.
Yes.
Seeing is a khanda.
Yes.
What kind of khanda of the 5 khandas?
Seeing.
Seeing or hearing, which khanda it is?
Well, seeing is part of the five khanda.
Which one?
All 5. Without the sanya, without the vedana, how could we have the seeing?
Sandhya is one of the 5, right? Sandhya khanda,
Yes.
Vedana khanda.
Yes.
And what about seeing? Which khanda is it?
Seeing is part of the 5 khanda.
It's not Sandhya khanda.
No, it's not sanya. But
It's
then
not Vedana khanda. What is
I
it?
know it's a rupa, but without seeing is not. What you mean seeing? You mean the
Seeing.
sight or the form?
Seeing, to see. The experience of seeing an object. Or hearing.
You experience the object, you need to have vedana.
But
Without the vedana, you cannot seeing. When you say the seeing is not, if you ask me about the table or the eye itself, is a rupa. But the seeing itself, including the pancha khanda, without the eyes cannot perceive the object. Without the vedana to contact, phassa, to contact, how could you have the seeing? So if you look at the object, then you ask me what khanda is it? But the seeing, including the object and the mental factors. Right?
you mean to say that there is no reality as seeing? Seeing is all 5 khandas. Is this what you're saying?
Yeah, seeing
There's no.
is part,
It's not a separate, but one of the 5. It's all 5.
it's all 5. You cannot separate
So
all
you
5
mean to
of them.
say that at that moment
Mm.
you cannot distinguish what is Vedana, what is Sanya?
Of course, you have you cannot you can experience it, but you cannot separate it. Buddha in the sutta,
Separate?
Buddha
No,
say
I'm
that
saying,
you
is it?
cannot separate it.
I'm not
All
talking
five
about
come
separating.
together, but
I'm not
when you analyzing it,
all five come together. You just said.
yes,
So all five. We are
yes.
talking about what are these all five, one by one. This is the question.
Then that's what I say. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana.
And of all those five, seeing is one of the five. Which one is it?
No, seeing is not one of the five. Seeing is, if you say that, if I say the eyesight, the eye is the rupa. But if I say seeing, you seeing it, who's seeing it? What's seeing it? What has been perceived? What have been seen? Oh, I don't understand your question then.
Yes, I think you don't understand the question. I think
Okay,
I'll have to ask Thanachan to help, please.
There is seeing now, isn't it?
And they're seeing now, isn't it? There is seeing now. Seeing is real now. I'm seeing you, you're seeing, right? There is seeing, yes.
Is seeing real? It's a reality. It's not 5 realities or 10 realities. It's only one seeing. Seeing cannot be memory, right? Or feeling. The 5 khandhas are separated. So seeing sees, right?
seeing,
It's
Seeing sees, hearing hears, touching touches, right? Seeing sees,
okay.
right?
seeing sees. At moment of seeing, is the hearing. Listen, please. At moment of seeing, is the hearing
Yes.
together or separately?
Separately.
Separately. So what is the difference between seeing and hearing?
Seeing is seeing, hearing is from the ear, and seeing is from the eye.
Can seeing see sound?
No,
Can hearing see visible object, hear the visible object?
no.
So there are the 2 different kinds of Dhamma at moment of seeing.
Yes.
One is seeing, and the other is that which is seen.
Say that again.
Seeing sees what? Something is seen.
Okay.
Okay. So seeing is not that which is seen.
Seeing is not what you seeing.
That which is seen, not you or anyone.
Seeing is not what you. What is seeing?
What does seeing see?
So what you trying to say here?
That is seeing right now. We learn to understand the truth, the ultimate truth, the word of the Buddha. What did he say about seeing says what?
So
Did you read what seeing sees, seeing experience? What does seeing experience?
what does seeing experience?
What
Okay.
does it experience? It experiences something. What is that which it experiences? What is that which seeing sees?
Seeing, see. Okay.
See what?
Hmm.
What is that?
Just seeing.
Yes, but it sees something.
Yes.
It must see something.
Yes.
What is that? What is that which seeing see? Seeing is one thing. It sees something. What is it?
Don't introduce another one. I try to understand what.
สิ่งที่เห็นกับสิ่งที่ถูกเห็นเกิดจากผัสสะซึ่ง
ขอประทานโทษเจ้าค่ะ ยังไม่เกิดจากอะไร ต้องรู้ก่อนว่าอะไรเป็นอะไร
เราพยายาม เข้าใจอะไรเป็นอะไร ไม่ใช่ว่ามัน
เกิด
เป็
จาก
น
อะไร
ยังไงแล้วเราเข้าใจเรื่องเห็นรู้ว่ามีจริง ตอนนี้มี แล้วก็เห็นนี้เห็นสิ่งที่เห็น
สิ่งที่เห็น
สองอย่างนี้เหมือนกันไหม เห็นกับสิ่งที่เห็น
เห็นเนี่ยเกิดจากสิ่งที่เห็นคือเกิด
ขอ
จาก
ประทา
รู
น
ป
โทษเจ้าค่ะ ยังไม่พูดถึงเกิดจากอะไรมีอะไรเกิดร่วมด้วย แต่ขณะนี้เห็นไม่มีใครรู้ถ้าพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าไม่ทรงแสดงความจริง ที่กว่าพระองค์จะตรัสรู้ต้องทรงบำเพ็ญพระบารมีนานเท่าไหร่ เพื่อรู้ความจริงของเห็น และทรงแสดงว่าเห็นเป็นธรรมะสิ่งที่มีจริง แต่ธรรมะต่างกันเป็นหลายอย่าง ไม่ใช่มีแต่เห็นอย่างเดียวจำก็มี แต่จำไม่ใช่เห็น
จำคือสัญญา
ไม่ต้องเรียกชื่อก่อน
อ๋อ
จะเรียกชื่ออะไรก็ได้ภาษาไหนก็ได้ แต่จำมีจริง ในภาษาไทยใช้คำว่าจำภาษาอื่นไม่ใช้คำว่าจำแต่ภาษาบาลีใช้คำว่าสัญญา
สัญญา
สภาพจำสัญญาจำขณะนี้จิตกำลังเห็น เห็นไม่ใช่จำแต่เห็นเป็นเห็น
เห็นคือเห็น
เห็นเป็นเห็น เพราะฉะนั้นพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงแสดงธรรมะหลายอย่างทั้งหมดไม่เหมือนกันเลย เห็นไม่ใช่สิ่งที่ถูกเห็น เริ่มที่จะให้เข้าใจถูกต้องว่าไม่มีเราเห็นจะเป็นสิ่งที่ถูกเห็นไม่ได้ สิ่งที่ถูกเห็นจะเห็นไม่ได้ต่างกัน เพราะฉะนั้นเห็นมีจริงเกิดขึ้นเห็นไม่ใช่เราอนัตตา แล้วเห็นกับสิ่งที่ถูกเห็นต่างกันอย่างไร เห็นเป็นธรรมะหรือเปล่าเจ้าค่ะ
เป็นครับ
สิ่งที่ถูกเห็นเป็นธรรมะหรือเปล่า
ก็เป็น
เพราะฉะนั้นมีธรรมะสองอย่าง เพราะฉะนั้นเห็นไม่ใช่ธรรมะที่ถูกเห็น ธรรมะที่ถูกเห็นเห็นอะไรไม่ได้ เพราะฉะนั้นความต่างของธรรมะที่เห็นกับธรรมะที่ถูกเห็น ไม่ใช่อย่างเดียวกันกำลังเห็นเดี๋ยวนี้ ไม่มีใครรู้จนกว่าพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าจะตรัสรู้และทรงแสดง เพราะฉะนั้นต้องฟังละเอียดมากต้องตรงไม่ใช่ฟังเผินๆขันธ์ห้าต้องหนึ่งห้าอย่างต่างกัน เพราะฉะนั้นต้องละเอียดมากเจ้าค่ะต้องตรงต่อความจริง เริ่มสัจจะบารมีตรงต่อความเป็นจริง ซึ่งยากที่จะรู้ได้ เพราะเห็นตั้งแต่เกิดไม่รู้ว่าเห็นเป็นอะไร ไม่รู้ว่าเห็นเป็นอะไร แต่เห็นมีจริง ในพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทรงแสดงความจริง สัจจะธรรมะของเห็น ว่าเห็นคืออะไร อันนี้สำคัญมากเจ้าค่ะถ้าไม่รู้ตั้งแต่ต้นเราก็พูดไป แต่ไม่รู้ว่าเป็นธรรมะอะไร ต้องตั้งต้นก่อนว่าธรรมะต่างกันเป็นสองอย่าง อย่างหนึ่งเกิดขึ้นรู้จำชอบไม่ชอบ อีกอย่างหนึ่งเกิดขึ้นแข็งอ่อนเค็มเปรี้ยวเสียง ไม่รู้อะไรเลย เพราะฉะนั้นธรรมะที่เป็นนามธรรมคือธรรมะที่เกิดขึ้นรู้ธรรมะที่เป็นรูปธรรมเกิดขึ้นแต่ไม่รู้อะไร เพราะฉะนั้นไม่มีเราตั้งแต่เกิดเป็นนามธรรมเป็นรูปธรรมทั้งหมดธรรมะทั้งปวงเป็นอนัตตาตั้งแต่เกิดจนตายทุกขณะเป็นธรรมะแต่ละหนึ่งเพราะฉะนั้นศึกษาธรรมะเพื่อรู้ว่าเดี๋ยวนี้เป็นธรรมะอะไรและต่อไปเป็นธรรมะอะไรและก่อนนี้เป็นธรรมะอะไรเพราะทั้งหมดเป็นธรรมะสัพเพธรรมาอนัตตาไม่ใช่จำชื่อขันธ์ห้าแต่ไม่รู้ว่าขันธ์ห้าคืออะไรต้องตรงตั้งแต่ต้นทีละน้อยจ้ะค่ะจนมั่นคงว่าเป็นธรรมะไม่ใช่เรา Shall we talk a little more about Dhamma? Yes. We are talking about the truth of what is real now. Seeing is real, but it's not that which is seen. What is the difference? What is the difference between seeing and that which is seen? Are they different? So what is the difference between the seeing and that which is seen? This is the understanding that Dhamma, Buddha taught everything about each moment.
I have to relate back to what you say is seeing. And now after you talk, and I kind of understand what you mean by seeing. And this seeing, I don't see much explained in the Theravada tradition, but I can relate it to Mahayana tradition.
Okay, did Buddha say anything about seeing?
Hmm?
Did Buddha say anything about seeing?
No, not really.
There is seeing. What is the meaning of enlighten the truth? Because seeing is real, it's true, it's now sees. Did Buddha realize the truth of it? So he did talk about whatever is real to be understood little by little until the truth appear to be realized. And that means the realization of the truth. Ariya Satya Dhamma.
I don't understand the way you explain very much, but somehow I understood because in a sense that what to say, that it's just part of the, I don't know, I relate back to the Mahayana, like the Buddha nature for the some of the student here from Mahayana, very similar to that kind of idea.
Is there seeing right now?
The nature of it, just the nature of it. Yeah.
Is there seeing right now?
Mm-hmm.
What Mahayana say about it?
Mahayana say that it's a nature. It's part
real.
of the
nature.
nature.
Is real.
Yeah.
It has its own characteristic,
Yeah.
its own nature.
Yeah.
So Buddha realized the truth.
Yeah.
He didn't say this is Mahayana and this is Hinayana,
no.
but he just realized the truth for everyone.
It's
So
just the
no matter
convention,
it's
the words.
Mahayana or Theravada, seeing is seeing.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we just talk about the truth, the ultimate truth,
Yes.
and
I
learn
agree.
to understand that before hearing the teaching of the truth, there is always I see.
I see.
But in truth, Buddha said, seeing
Seeing.
is conditioned to arise, to see, and then fall instantly, fall away. So it cannot be taken for anyone at all or anything at all. And that is Dhamma. And he showed the truth more and more, a little more. There are different kinds of Dhamma, but all are Dhammas. The Dhamma which arises and experiences the object, like seeing, hearing, thinking, smelling, tasting, touching, liking, disliking. It experiences the object by way of its nature, attachment, ignorance, irritation, aversion. They are real, but they are different kinds of Dhamma. That's why Buddha taught about the five khandhas by way of citta, the chief of experiencing, only one reality, which experience the object so clear. Without the citta, nothing can be known as the fake diamond or the real diamond. But since citta is the only reality which experiences the object clearly, it doesn't remember, it doesn't like, it doesn't feel, but it just experiences the object clearly. That is one characteristic among the other realities which arise and experience the object. That's why citta is the chief of experiencing the object. Vedana feeling arises with it, sanya arises with it, phassa arises with it, but they cannot experience the object so clear as the chief in experiencing. That's why citta is the cittanupassana stipatthana. As long as it's not known, it's I see, I think, I hear. It's atta, it's someone and something. But remember, what did Buddha say cannot be changed at all. The ultimate truth, Ariya Satya Dhamma. So we learn little by little each word about what is there. There is not just seeing, there is feeling, and memory arising together, different mental factors. So there are not just one reality which arises and experiences the object. There are other realities which arise and experience the object too. But it's not the chief of experiencing clearly the object, but it shares the same object by its nature, attachment, or aversion, or
ma'am,
ignorance.
I am not so sure that you say that Chitta is the foreigner, but then Chitta without the seven universal, how could they
No,
perceive,
Chitta
right?
is not Cetasika. We learn about one reality at a time. So there are the ultimate truth.
No, ma'am, but then
Chitta,
in the,
Cetasikas, and
according to
Rupa.
Abhidhamma, you need the seven universal Cettasika
Yes,
in order to experience, right?
later, when we understand clearly what Chitta is. So we understand how many Cetasikas arising with
No,
different
those seven
Chittas.
Cettasika
Arises,
become one Chitta.
no, not become.
Not become, but then you need those seven Cettasika
And
in
why?
order to experience
And what is meant by
uh-huh.
universal?
Yeah.
What is meant by universal?
Universal does mean whatever you perceive, you need those seven Cettasika.
It means that Chitta cannot arise alone.
No.
It needs the
Yeah.
condition for
Yeah.
its arising,
Yes.
and they are Cetasika.
So that's what you said, that in order to experience, you need to have the Chitta to experience. You need the other seven Cettasika to experience.
But we don't talk about Cetasika yet. We just talk about Chitta alone, only Chitta.
See, you're saying that chitta arises with 7 cetasikas. What Achan is trying to help us is that when we hear this, we remember, okay, the different cetasikas we remember. Now Achan is helping us to understand each of those cetasikas and the chitta, the nature, because otherwise we just hear and we repeat and we remember what we're trying to understand each of this reality. Chitta, what is chitta? The 7 cetasikas, different cetasikas, what are each one of them? So this is what Thanachan is doing
So
here.
the definition of the Chitta, the definition of the Chitta,
The chief of experiencing an object.
no,
And why
no,
there
no.
is the word the chief?
Arammana Chinteti Chitta.
Yes.
Contact with the object and then just be aware of it. That is Chitta.
We are talking about just one reality at a time. Now we are talking about Chitta, and later we talk about Cetasika, because Chitta cannot be Cetasika. Chitta is Chitta,
Yeah,
and Cetasika cannot be Chitta.
right.
Cetasika has to be only Cetasika. So now we talk about Chitta.
Okay.
It cannot arise alone. It arises with Cetasikas as its condition, Sahachata Pachaya, arising together. But it's the Chitta is different from Cetasika. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So can Chitta remember?
Of course, yes.
No. Chitta is the chief of experiencing the object only.
Okay.
And when you talk about the universal Cetasikas, what is meant by universal? What are the universal Cetasikas? And why is universal Cetasika?
It's a universal. That means you want to, it doesn't regardless that wholesome or unwholesome, beauty or not beauty, you're still perceiving it. So those are seven function universal.
How many
Cetasika.
Cetasikas are there altogether?
Of the universal?
No. How many?
How many Cetasika here? Student?
Not,
Is that 52 or 82? Thank you. 52.
52. Okay. One by one.
Yes.
Right? So can Chitta be Cetasika?
Pardon me?
Can Chitta be Cetasika?
No.
Okay.
In order to Jeta, you have to have a 7 universal to perceive. Explain, please. If Jeta equals leader, Jeta, explain. Yeah.
Hello. I guess Cheda and Siddhika at the same together. For this is a play and the same rising, the same pathway, the same object, the same
Not
Siddhika.
Jeta.
Yeah,
Can Jeta be the Jeta Sikha?
yeah. Siddhika's Sandai 3 divide, Sandai 4 divide. There's Sabasida and Agusala and Sobana, beautiful Siddhika. Setabasida, the two parts, and Unibaset and Pakainaga. Yeah, yeah. So that's net. That bidama and D-Day. Best ne here I don't explain D-Day. And D-Day does not I another side because D-Day is a blame name many long time. Yeah. So and then there's Sabasida Sadana Siddhika or say all this mind together. Sabasida Sadana seven figure all the mind. That's the 89. Yeah, all together. Sabes Pekinaga, no, not the same. So also there's Akudra Sida, not the same. Also beauty Somna Sida, not the same. Yeah. Because the Buddha that's the poor device. Say Sida and Siddhika all the way together. Not different. Yeah, together. Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me,
They
can I,
arise together, but they are different, right?
sir, can I add something here?
Please.
Excuse me. Actually, according to my understanding, that chitta and cetasika, we are discussing about the chitta and cetasika, right? So as you said that aramanang chintati chittang. What is chitta? Chitta is translated as consciousness, right? So what is chitta? Chitta, the definition of chitta in Pali is aramanam chintati chittang. What is the meaning of this definition? That chitta is something that recognizes the object. Suppose we have eye, we see through our eyes, but this eye does not has the ability to recognize what is wrong, what is right, what is good and what is bad. Who does this? It does the chitta. This is sort of the definition of the chitta. But this chitta itself cannot arise without chittasika. For example, let me give an example. This is okay. This is a water bottle. I don't know that scientifically here it has some sort of color or not. I'm not sure. But through our eyes, we don't see any kind of color here. Suppose if I add yellow color in this water, it will turn into yellow water. And if I add here black color, then this water will turn into black. So in our mind, this is said that chitta and chittasika, ekopada, eko nirodha, ekalambana. Ekopada, that means they arise together. The chitta cannot arise itself without chittasika. For example, suppose there are 3 students. One student got A plus in exam, but another 2 they didn't get. And the second person, he congratulated his friends because his friend got the A plus. Why? And another person, out of jealousy, that friend couldn't congratulate him. Why? Because he feels jealousy that his friend got A plus in the examination. There are 2 friends, they act 2 different kinds of action, but the mind is same. Why they act differently? Because of the chittasika they associate with their mind. So this is the differences between the chitta and chittasika, what I understood. Yeah, thank you.
And what I understood from what you are saying,
Yeah.
you're assuming that because they arise together,
Yeah,
they become one thing.
sort of, yeah.
Tanachan, because they have heard that chitta and chittasika arise together and must arise together, then you cannot distinguish between what chitta and chittasika at that moment, or for example, seeing.
No one can at all. Only right understanding from hearing the teachings of the Buddha about each reality as it is not I or anyone. So as soon as hearing the teachings of the Buddha, someone just bring up their own idea all the way, no considering about what Buddha said. For example, citta is a reality. What is it?
Yeah, this is ultimate reality. Paramattha Satya, we call this Paramattha Satya, Chitta. Yeah.
And it's Paramada.
Yes,
It
Paramattha.
has its own characteristic.
Yes,
As Paramada, never change.
yeah.
So what is citta?
Sorry.
What is citta?
What is Chitta? As I have explained earlier, that the Chitta,
Okay.
yeah,
So
it recognize the object.
is there citta now?
Sorry.
Is there citta now?
Is there Chitta now? Where?
No. Nowhere. Is there citta now? We don't talk about where.
Chetana.
No. Now, this moment.
Is there consciousness now?
Oh, in this moment, right? Is there consciousness? Absolutely, yeah.
So now we can use the term citta.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because we understand it. Is there a citta now? This moment? Is there citta?
Yeah, because it all.
So what is citta now? What kind of citta now?
Actually, ma'am, according to my understanding, some sort of things that we have some sort of capabilities or abilities to understand.
No.
Yeah.
Is there seeing now?
Is there seeing now, right? Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yes or no?
Actually, I'm seeing through my
Not
eyes.
not you. It's
But-
your own
but-
idea
but-
again.
but,
it's your own idea.
Yes, ma'am,
But
actually.
Buddha taught about the
Yes,
nature
yes.
of citta.
Yeah.
What is it? It cannot belong to anyone. It's not me or mine or her or his.
Yes, this is ma'am. Actually, this is ultimate level because um
It's true from the very beginning. Seeing cannot belong to anyone. It's just a moment of seeing. So what is seeing?
what is saying, right? Suppose we,
No way.
for example,
No.
yeah, no, I mean, for example, sorry, for
The
example,
word of the Buddha. What did Buddha say about seeing?
Buddha, suppose, let me give it, actually, Buddha says that
did Buddha-
rupang bhikkhave anicang.
So seeing is not
Rupang
permanent.
bhikkhave anicang.
So seeing is anicang,
Yeah,
the
it
first
also-
noble truth.
Yeah, and okay, please proceed. Yeah, okay.
What is seeing?
It's very interesting, I think. Yeah,
The nature of seeing unknown.
and
Only that which is seen appear to be known. Is that right? We just learn to understand that there must be seeing when something seen,
yeah.
but that which is seen is not seeing.
Mhm.
Seeing does not show up. It does not appear to be known throughout the life without understanding condition for understanding until it appears
Yeah.
to be known. Chittanupassana satipatthana.
Chittanuvasana Siddhi.
Without satipatthana
Yeah.
on the citta does not appear.
Yes, that's why, ma'am, actually, I'm saying this thing that there are some sort of things that we need some sort of extra advanced level of a study or advanced level of wisdom to understand or to perceive or to feel that sort of things.
So,
Yeah, I think like the personality.
did Buddha show any way to experience, to understand citta right now? Did he say anything?
Sorry, I didn't catch up your.
You're saying that we need to have certain knowledge to be able to understand what Thanachan is referring to at that
I
that level.
Yes, because yeah.
So Achan is asking, did the Buddha teach to understand?
Yeah, yes. There are sort of things, certain things in the Tipitaka that we can see many sutras. Yeah, Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So is so the way is to the way is studying his teachings. That's the way, right? To understand what
Mhm.
you're saying is very deep. And Achan reminds us again and again that it's very deep. Not only that, we would not even think about it. Nobody can think about it without hearing the Buddha. Otherwise, who would think about seeing? Who wants to understand seeing? Who sees the importance of understanding seeing? And not only that, just Thanachan just said that even now, after hearing,
Yeah.
the seeing does not appear.
Mhm.
I've been hearing for 25 years. I still don't understand seeing because for me, what appears is different colors.
Mhm.
And based on the appearance of different colors, I know that they're seeing by thinking, by inference. So, but we hear that without seeing, there wouldn't be anything seen. So that means there must be the seeing. That's why we know that there is something seen. Without seeing, there cannot be anything appear at all. And this is our life. And this is what we're trying to understand one by one reality at a time. Otherwise, we mix up and have our own ideas and we think we understand.
Yeah, actually, yeah, here I'm here just sharing my experiences, not to show up my.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. No, I
Yeah.
understand. I
Okay.
understand. You're trying to, explain what according to you, you understand. I understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, this
yeah.
sort of things. Yeah. Thank you for your answering. Okay.
Understand the word seeing?
Sorry.
Understand the word seeing?
Actually, my answer to this question is that we need some sort of capabilities. Okay.
Of course, if you
Yeah.
did not hear, if you do not hear at all, you will not understand.
Yeah.
And once you hear, it depends on your past accumulations, whether you can understand or not.
Yeah, because
And how fast you understand, how deep you understand, depends on how much understanding in the past.
yeah.
So no one can do anything. It's all up to conditions, different conditions.
Yes, because we need some sort of a study to understand some sort of context, So
And
No,
what
no.
this is what we are
At this
doing here.
level, you don't need whatever. According to what Ma'am just explained,
uh-huh.
at her level, she not explaining about the language and psychology. She explained at the ultimate truth,
Yeah.
and the ultimate truth you have to experience. Experience cannot be explained. Experience cannot use language to explain and describe. So then you have to experience it. So
Mhm.
that's what she mean by seeing.
Mhm.
And that seeing, if you say that from the beginning, I didn't understand what she mean by seeing.
Yeah.
I refer back seeing that I need the Jeta and then seven universal Jetasika. At that level, you still have I
Yeah.
and you and the object. But for her, she says seeing, no object, no subject.
Mm-hmm.
That is the experience level. And that experience level, seeing is there's no more Dr. Brenda, there's no
Yeah.
Pante.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just a seeing. It's
Yeah.
between whatever you experience right now at the ultimate, like Panchakanda, experiencing it. So that's what she means. Cannot be used. You cannot say that you're going to study more and then you understand more. That's understanding. It's just at the intellectual level.
Yes.
But what she trying to explaining is her lifetime experience it in practice. So this one we need to practice in order to experience that kind of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Understand my point? So it's not seeing like what I at the beginning we understood her.
Yeah.
It's not. It's she explaining in a sense that
Mhm.
seeing is not a object.
Yeah.
What we interpret seeing is the object that you need the function, but basically seeing is just experience the functioning of the indriya, of the faculty. That's all. So that's what she mean by experience it. So that's what she explained in a practical way. It's not like the intellectual way. So that's why if you shed the light into the intellectual and language and Abhidhamma, then we cross each other without coming to the point. One discussing about the language to understand in the psychological way, she explained in the experimental way. So that's what she mean by that, by seeing. Now I come to understand what she mean by seeing.
And if I could say something, actually, she is not asking anyone or expecting anyone to experience directly what she's saying. This is not about hearing some words and trying to understand the reality by doing something, trying hard to experience it, to know it. It's about understanding at different levels. So intellectual understanding, in Pali it's called pariyati or sachayana, is still understanding. Understanding, but not direct understanding. So here we are trying to understand, not to experience. Understand, but understand correctly, not in our own way, wrong way. The thing is that the truth is like this. In the Buddha's time, he did not differentiate Mahayana, Theravada. He talked to people without any reference to any religion. Because what he talked about is what is happening in truth for everybody. Whether you're in this country or that country, or this religion or that religion, seeing is seeing. 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years from now, seeing is seeing. So that's why when he taught about reality, when he talked, the people at that moment, whatever their background, didn't matter. If they had in the past accumulated understanding, because most of them, many of them had very much understanding from the past, they heard and they became enlightened there and then. Not because they thought about Abhidhamma like you, because the reality was there to be understood. And that's the point. Now we are not like them. We don't have that much panya. The level we have, we can slowly, gradually develop the understanding.
That's what I'm saying about, yeah. Okay.
Appreciate your considering and understanding so much, because these are the teachings of the Buddha. No one can understand his word, which is so very subtle, without considering, so very careful. For example, 7 Citasikas, universal Citasikas, arising with Citta. That is not enough. It's just remembered Citta and 7 Citasikas, but what is the difference between Citta and Citasika? And what are the differences between each 7 Citasikas? It's not the word, it's right now. And why it's universal? Because it arises with each Citta. Citta cannot just arise with 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 Cetasika. It has to arise when there are 7 Cetasikas there, condition the moment of just seeing. And who knows, seeing just a moment. Before seeing, there's no seeing. After seeing, it's not seeing, not permanent. The first Ariya Satya, Dukkha Ariya Satya. So Dukkha is not just the problem of suffering, but it's the moment of that which seems to be permanent. It's not permanent at all. So very quickly conditioned to arise. So just carefully consider what is meant by condition. Citta is conditioned to arise, just to arise. Carefully, just to arise. So as soon as it has arisen, it falls away instantly. Nobody can change the Dhamma, which is Abhidhamma and Paramadadhamma, Satchadhamma, the word of truth. It's time now to know a little more about the great virtues of the Buddha, so great that each word should be carefully considered.
I would like you to consider in relation to the idea about water. It's colorless, and then you put a color, then the whole thing is become colored. Therefore, it is you cannot distinguish between chitta and the chetasikas. That's what you mean. It becomes like one thing, right?
It's only my example to understand how the chitta and cetasika is. Because sometimes if we say chitta and cetasika through definition, people maybe they
Right. But you do understand that chitta and chetasikas
uh,
are different,
can you
not
please?
only in characteristic but also function.
Yeah.
So, and they all arise together to experiences the object, same object, right?
Yeah.
So, like phasa, contacts, that's its function.
Yeah.
Vedana, feels. Sanya, marks. Ekagata, focuses on the object. And while chitta experiences the object clearly, that's what Chan is meaning. So, it still has to each perform their own function for that whole experience to happen, right? The experience is one, but it's different functions or different this thing. Seeing is seeing, but the different chetasikas are performing their functions. Otherwise, seeing cannot see, and but seeing still can only see. It cannot mark, it cannot feel, it cannot contact, it cannot anything. So the different chetasikas, each performing the function at that time. So if there is understanding, you can still distinguish between the different the chitta and the chetasika. That's why when we are angry, it arises with chitta. Anger appears. It's a chetasika,
Yeah.
right?
That's why yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
So study Dhamma for those who really understand who's the Buddha, who enlightened the truth. And his word is all Dhammas, whatever is real, no matter hardness is real, seeing is real, liking is real, whatever is real is Dhamma in general, not anyone at all, not a dog or a cat. So seeing is not a dog sees, a cat sees. If we don't think about the shape and form, just seeing itself, it's not Deva, it's not anyone. It's just a moment of that which arises and see. That's the way to let go. Atta, someone or I see. To understand the truth, which is so very subtle. That's why there are 3 rounds of Ariya Satya. The first round is hearing, considering each word of truth, like Dhamma, no doubt now. No matter what is real, it's real. Nobody can change the way. It has a reason to be real and then gone instantly. That's why Sabbe Sankhara Anicca. Sankhara is the Dhamma which is conditioned to arise. Seeing is Sankhara Dhamma. Without 7 Jetasikas, it cannot arise at all. That's why Sabbe Dhamma, no matter that which arise or not arise, whatever is real, like Nibbana, it does not arise. But it's so real, the end, the eradication of all kinds of akusala, stage by stage, little by little. That's why learn to respect to the great virtues of the enlightenment, Samma Sambuddha, without hearing, considering his words, no way to understand who is the Buddha, so great. No one can compare at all, beyond anyone's expectation, how great his wisdom is. Because they see before the enlightenment of the Buddha, or even after, without hearing, considering about the enlightenment of seeing, no understanding of seeing, no understanding of Dhamma, no understanding of anatta. That's why learn to understand the truth respectfully. So is there any more question?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your beneficial and explanation. So in your discussion, I noticed that you mentioned two types of Putujana, and Bala Putujana and Anta Putujana. So in the Tipitaka, I know that there are only Anta Putujana and Kalayana Putujana. So why did you mention Bala and
Is in Thai for a fool, I mean uninstructed, it's same as Anta Putujana. So Anta, you can say Anta Putujana and Kalyana Putujana.
are they the same? In the Thai literature, Pali, Thai language or Pali?
Pan Maja Pala is Pali actually, but
Pala,
it's
I know.
a common in Thai language. So people are Thai people are very familiar with this term. Khon Pan comes from Bala, is the fool, the foolish person.
Mm.
As a Kalyana, you begin to have little wisdom slowly. But the Anta or Pala is complete darkness. But not only this, the Pala individual has not only just ignorance, but a lot of other akusala. Especially, worst of all, is wrong understanding. So if you associate with a fool who has wrong understanding, then you're going to go wrong.
Patijasmupada begins with avijja, no understanding. So what is not understood right now? No understanding of seeing, of hearing, of that which is seen from moment to moment. So enormous ignorance. Who knows that even right now, after seeing, there is ignorance of seeing, no understanding that it's that just a moment and then gone, never last. Sappe sankhara anicca. So the second noble truth, paticca and vicca condition sankhara. So we have to understand what is meant by sankhara. Usually, the term Sankhara-Dhamma includes whatever is conditioned to arise. Seeing is Sankhara. That which is not Sankhara is only Nibbana. Sankhara-Dhamma is without. So, Sankhara by way of five khandhas is not all conditioned Dhamma. It's just only the Cetasikas, 50 Cetasikas are Sankhara Khanda. So the difference between Sankhara Dhamma and Sankhara Khanda and Sankhara of Paticca just Cetana, which is Apunyapi Sankhara, Punyapi Sankhara, Anenchapi Sankhara, different stages of Cetana. That's why we learn to understand whether Cetana is the cause, kusala or akusala, the result vipaka, or that which is not the cause or the result, kiriya. That's why kusala dhamma, akusala dhamma, apayakata dhamma. Apayakata dhamma means any reality which is not the kusala or akusala, including rupa. It cannot be kusala or akusala, including vipaka, because it's not the cause. That's why we learn little by little to understand the subtle reality taught by the Buddha, only the Buddha, out of his enlightenment.
So Abhidhamma is not in the books. Abhidhamma is here now. Abhidhamma and Dhamma is same.
So is seeing Dhamma. It's real. Is it Abhidhamma? Nobody can change seeing to be hearing or thinking at all. That's why all Dhammas is so very, very true, ultimate truth, Paramada Dhamma. And Abhidhamma so subtle. After his enlightenment, what did Buddha say? all dhammas are so very subtle and so very deep. It's not just a word in the book, but each word should be considered until it's so enrooted very deeply. Such a parami.
Is this not the only way that in the future, no matter how long, how many aeons in the future, there will come that day when you hear from a Buddha directly and can become enlightened there and then? Because Dhamma is now and Dhamma is deep. If there's no slow development, gradual development, the depth of Dhamma cannot be understood.
So listen to his word, consider carefully, begin to understand the subtlety of all kinds of Dhamma. This is the only way to pay great respect to the Buddha.
You would like to say something? Okay.
Hello. I have one question. It's not a real question. It's sense asking for some suggestions. That's it. When I preach the Dhamma, Mingala Sutta, I preach the Dhamma to the audience, not associate with the fool. You must associate with the wise. This is a kind of blessing. So when I preach the Dhamma, one of the audience reply my teaching. Honorable, if I do not associate with the fool, there is no one to associate in my life. So regarding this statement, please say some suggestion to that audience. I will share your sharing knowledge.
No, I think you may have read somewhere also, if you cannot find a wise person, then it's better to live alone. So anyway, but how does one distinguish between the fool and the wise? It is only after hearing the Dhamma and have some understanding. Only after there is some understanding here can there be knowing who is a fool, who is not, right? So our own understanding is most important. That time we are the wise, and the wise will make the wise decision.
Long time ago, the Buddha walked around anywhere, somewhere here. Who knows he's a Buddha? If he didn't say any word at all, is that true?
And if there's no understanding from the appearance, can you know that he is the Buddha? If he was in our present, in front of us, even.
Uh, Now everyone does not know the Buddha. I want to ask the Sujata, the one who offered the food to the Buddha. Do you really know this is a real Buddha or not? Some scholar assume that Sujata assume this person is maybe someone who is highest. She doesn't really know she is real Buddha or not. Yes. So everyone does not recognize he is real Buddha.
And we can know only the Buddha in accordance to our level of understanding.
Yeah.
Even an arahat, a savaka arahat, cannot know the Buddha. Only one Buddha can know, truly know another Buddha.
And what did Buddha say? The one who knows me, the one who understands Dhamma, knows me.
Yes.
The one who understands Dhamma knows me.
Yeah.
And he used the word see, because many people see, like we were talking just now, but in truth, the one who understands his teaching really sees him.
So thank you. I realized we should pay more focusing on the Dhamma, and then later on we can recognize the Buddha. Thank you so much.
You focus on the Dhamma for practice. You should focus on the book for passing the exam. Ajahn,
On this point, we know that the Dhamma is deep, and we know that the different disciples of the Buddha took many lifetimes to reach that level of understanding when they could become enlightened. So what is the point of studying 4 years, 5 years and getting a degree?
what is the point?
Yeah.
The point is that even though we know the Dhamma reality, seeing is seeing, hearing is hearing, but then down to the point, I have to agree that I'm still a very puthujjana. I still need to eat, I need to sleep, I need to have a place, I need to also, as a nun, we still have the, what to say, a duty to reserve the Buddha Sasana. At my duty, of course, we practice, but sometime in this contemporary life, you ask a person coming to practice, and then you start talking and say, you're just seeing is seeing. And then at that level of the young generation, they might not understood what you're saying. So for the upaya, kushala, that means skillful mean, we still have to eat, to sleep, to work, to teach, to learn. And whether we attach to it is a different story. But as a mission, we still have to follow the Buddha. We not only follow the Buddha for practice, like ma'am here. Even though I should admiring your health and your age. My mom is 92. And when I look at your profile, you 1929, and I say, my goodness, 92. So when I see ma'am here, 27 or 26? All right, okay, 27. In there is printed 26. So then I say that it's about 98 years old. So then I come here, and even though she live as seeing, eating is eating, and hearing is hearing, but then why she has to come here to teach? She has her own duty, because she also need to spread, right? Reserve this kind of teaching for the benefit of many. And for the benefit of many at her level, that she have to practice. She share her practice. She share what she experienced or what she have learned to the true Dhamma. Whereas other people have to learn in a different way, that get a degree and teaching. And you see in this contemporary life, not many people would like to go just learn the Dhamma. They learn the Dhamma they look at you and they say, PhD, doctor, assistant professor. You see, so in that way, we still have to have the upaya, skillful mean, to meet in order to give ourselves the availability in a different avenue to the people who need it. and then they come to learn. And once they learn, okay, they like it, okay, I shift it to ma'am. Ma'am going to teach them seeing as seeing, right? So that's what I mean, that a different person have a different role. A different person have a different requirement. Your people learn Dhamma differently, whereas these people here, they learn Dhamma in different way. They prefer to learn in university. So it's just like you have rice, but then Indian, they like chapati. But down to the point, main point is what? Is fulfill the stomach, right? So that's what it's for. Whether we attach to the PhD, MA, BA, or whatever, is we know ourselves. We know ourselves, okay? But that is the part of the skillful me. That is the mean for us to approach and reserve the Buddha Sasana. Thank you. And ma'am,
And my
thank you very
point was
much.
that you know that at least it seems you agree that getting a degree doesn't mean there is understanding. It's just knowledge, right? We're talking about the goal of study is enlightenment, eradication of kilesas. So you're saying that you're doing what you're doing, your part, but it doesn't mean that after you get a degree, you become enlightened or you
No,
have
no. Degree is totally different. Degree is just part of intellectual. Like that's what I said. For these people, they learn, and then after they learn, okay, then come to ma'am and then start learning through the experience, right? Because this is the example. I say that if you come to me and you ask me, what is this? I say water. It's clear. It's in the bottle. And at the room temperature, it's about 40 degrees. But when you learn all this already, and there is an H2O, but once you learn already, from me already, and then I say, now you come to ma'am, okay? You come to ma'am, and ma'am say, you drink it. No one can experience the Dhamma until you experience it. You cannot describe from the water, the hot water or the cold water, you have to experience it. Of course, I teach you in the school, we teach you hot water is 99 degree, 100 degree at the intellectual level. But if, that's what I say, once these people learn already, then I shift it to ma'am and ma'am say, you drink it. Then you drink and then you say it's a hot water. But how hot it is, you cannot use the words to describe because you experience how your tongue contact with the hot water. That's what I mean. At my level, I just teach you what is the degree of the water. It's clear, it's a H2O. At ma'am level, then you have to drink it. That's what I mean. So cannot compare. You cannot compare that this is the wisdom or this is the knowledge. It's just a different level and a different approach. That's all. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a very resourceful and sharing your experience. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you, Venerable, and thank you, Dr. Brenda. The times come to end, and I would like to show our appreciation. But first, that just take 2 minutes to take a picture. So please, all the Venerable, please stay where you are because the camera will take the group picture from this angle. Soท่านอาจารย์ doesn't have to move, and you don't have to move. And after that, we would like to give the dana of the blanket for